Hello there, I'm Isaac Yinka Aina. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at purpose lessons from history. Our case study for today will be the Israelites before they crossed Jordan. Watch out. Three purpose lessons from history from the story of the Israelites before they crossed the Jordan River. Number one, mindset. After Joseph brought his father and all his relatives to Egypt, the time came when Joseph died and all that generation died. Then the Bible said another Pharaoh arose who made the Israelites, he took them as slaves, he forced them into slavery. Now, generations after generations got to a point where even the oldest generation were once the ones who were born into slavery. So the mindsets that these guys grew up with, the mindsets about oppression, mindsets that empowered bondage, mindsets about slavery, it was impossible for them to see the things that their ancestors have prophesied. It was impossible for them to think any other ways. They literally saw themselves as slaves, and this was one of the things that affected their journey as they began to progress into the promised land. It was difficult for them to break those mindsets and renew those mindsets despite the many miracles, the many signs and wonders that God performed through the hands of Moses. These guys still refused to let those mindsets loose, and this was one of the things that brought about bad luck to them. They still saw themselves as ants when they were asked to cross into the promised land to go and scout the land, and so they can take over it. They said they saw themselves as ants, so that's what they've always seen themselves as. And this inability to renew their mindsets caused them entrance into the promised land, even though they were the generation that was meant to step into it. Number two, vision. It was practically impossible for them to dream again. Why? They grew up in slavery. Slavery is all they've known their life. Oppression is all they've known their life. And the food of the Egyptian is all they've known their life. So it was difficult for them catch a vision of a brighter tomorrow. So when Moses came to them and told them of a promise, of a vision, what Moses sold to them was a vision where God placed in his heart of a land that flowed with milk and honey. For a while, their hope was stirred, but then their hope was not strong. Their conviction about this particular vision, and even though Moses came with signs and wonders, their conviction was not that strong about this vision. And this prevented them from stepping into the promised land because they kept on referring back to what they used to know, to what they once knew. And it prevented them from believing the new vision and from pursuing it. So they were scared. They couldn't conceive the possibility of living outside slavery. It was difficult for them to process the thought that they could actually be free. They could actually experience what we call independence. And this is because they could not turn the vision that Moses was saying the Lord told him into what? A conviction. And because this vision has not yet become a conviction, it was something that caused issues as they progressed into the promised land, because they constantly kept going back, constantly kept saying they wish they could go back to Egypt, they wish they could go back to Egypt. So vision must become conviction if you must progress in destiny. Number three, comfort zone. Although the Israelites grew up in slavery, and all they knew were oppression, but slavery was their comfort zone, oppression was their comfort zone. And because oppression was their comfort zone, they found it hard to step out of their comfort zone. The funny thing is that pain can actually be a comfort zone. Comfort zone isn't just something that is sweet or something that is palatable. Sometimes fear is a comfort zone, pain is a comfort zone, and many people are guilty of this. So the comfort zone for this particular generation of Israelites that Moses came to lead out of Egypt into the promised land, their comfort zone was slavery and oppression. So when Moses took them out of Egypt into a place they were not known before, into a place that stretched their mind, that stretched their faith, that stretched their ability to capture a vision and run with a conviction, that stretched their ability to trust God, they were crippled. And because they were crippled, one of the things that happened was they started complaining about everything. Despite the fact that God supplied them with food, God supplied them with animals, God supplied them with water, they still kept on complaining because they were used to a particular set of food. They were used to whatever kind of lifestyle they had in Egypt, and it was difficult for them to go through a period of stretching so they can enter into a better place. So at times, pain, bondage, slavery, mental captivity is a comfort zone for many. And one of the things you must ensure if you're going to progress into destiny is to break free from your comfort zone. So my question to you is, what's your comfort zone? That's all for today. Watch out for a new video next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn off the notification button so that you can get new updates as it drops new videos. Also, don't forget to share. Thank you very much. This is